Hello and welcome to the top 5 gaming fails of 2024, according to, well, us, Gameplay Casts.
5.
Skull and Bones. This piece of shit game was in development for over a decade, with an estimated cost of between $600 and $800 million. And well, it sucked. It's super grindy, super expensive to buy outright, and for the world's first quadruple A game, a total failure. It had 2.5k players on Steam at its peak, and it's now down at a pathetic 217 for the last 24 hours. This could well be one of the most expensive games ever made, and man, this thing sank faster than the Titanic.
4.
Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Another truly awful game, published by Warner Brothers, the world's dumbest company. Should we give players an Arkham-style Superman game? Or a Batman of the Future game? You know, something that they will like. That if it was anything like Arkham City or Knight, would have probably done gangbusters. Nah, make a grindy live service game with the people from Suicide Squad. Cause, well, that's a film we made money on, right? And also, Fortnite is making all the money, so let's make Arkham Fortnite with Harley Quinzel. Everyone's favourite character.
Wrong.
At a cost of around 200 million and a Steam 24-hour peak of 757, coming off an all-time high of a mountainous 13.4k players, the game should have been called Warner Brothers Kills the Golden Goose. R.I.P. Rocksteady.
3.
Star Wars Outlaws. Oh boy, Ubisoft is doing well this year. They made the list twice. Outlaws is another quadruple A failure. Pay $70 to $130 to play the bizarre-looking lead character, Kay Vess. Follow her as she Star Warses through a nonsensical contrived plot, set in a world with more bugs and glitches than a Bethesda game. At a cost of $200 to $300 million and an estimated 1 to 2 million sales, not accounting for returns, this is another big financial blow for Ubisoft. Even considering the broken state of Star Wars after Disney has had its way with it, it's an achievement to fail this hard. Particularly when EA's Fallen Order series has done pretty well. I don't know, maybe you should have just made a Han Solo game.
2.
Dragon Age Veilguard, or Failhard as I like to call it. Balance. Wherever monumental gaming failures are, you know EA are lurking somewhere. EA. We're fucking trash. This game is just so far from what made Origins great. It is a game with no soul, no heart, and therefore no impact, and perhaps more importantly, no sales. Another estimated $200 million plus game that according to sources has sold even more poorly than Star Wars Outlaws. Looking at the stats, there is clearly a large and loyal Dragon Age fanbase, but if we make a comparison with, say, a successful game, like Baldur's Gate 3, its all-time peak is less than that of Baldur's Gate 3's current 24-hour peak, and this is a game that's well over a year old. So that in itself surely marks this game out as a monumental failure. At this point, BioWare is 100% a husk of its former self. I hope you appreciate the little Mass Effect joke there. Before we get to the much coveted number 1 spot, I'd like to throw in some honourable mentions. The first being XDefiant. A free-to-play game that started off with a decent player base, but 6 months in was already in trouble. Trouble that it ultimately never recovered from, and possibly due to Ubisoft's other massive losses, the decision was taken to shut down the game. You have been terminated. And my final honourable mention is yet another Ubisoft game. What's that now, 4? Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yes, the game hasn't come out yet, but it was meant to. And the fact that Ubisoft moved it to avoid yet another quadruple A loss in the same year is hilarious. It's also now launching in America's Black History Month, so I guess we're all racists if we don't buy it.
1.
Concord. I doubt anyone is surprised. This game cost an estimated $400 million, which is an insane amount of money for a hero shooter. But after its sky-high player count of 660 people in the first 2 weeks, Sony pulled the plug, issued full refunds, and shit-canned the game. I honestly don't remember a game failing this hard in living memory, and when you look at it objectively, it's no surprise. We had dog-ugly weird character models. Newsflash, these don't look cool, they look lame. And it's a hero shooter. You know, the heroes need to look good. Anyway, And while the gameplay might have been okay, as I said earlier, $400 million for a hero shooter is absolutely insane. Think about it. What are we actually making? Some FPS mechanics and a bunch of maps. How can that cost more than Red Dead Redemption 2? Come on. For another reference, the original Overwatch cost around $140 million all in and returned over $1 billion. Why did this game cost 3 to 4 times more? It's just a crazy amount of money to throw at something. When you take a wider look at things like Cinema 2, throwing money at problems just doesn't work anymore. Sony took a huge punt and got smashed. Or robbed even.
Oh no! Anyway.
And that's that, folks. My top 5 picks for the biggest gaming fails of 2024. Bring on 2025, let the AAA studio fires burn. And as always, Erebus.